The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 15th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN, you get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football and college basketball with Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 15th is upon us. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. You can watch it. We got cameras and everything. You know, it's just everything's out there. If you're listening on the audio side, that's fair too. You just won't see my stupid face. Some might prefer it. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dad, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Feels good to be alive. Feels good to be alive. We got people talking the Mike Tyson fight. Did you guys catch that interview with like a 10-year-old? Yeah. It's ridiculous. I kind of love it. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for the host of the Ryan and Rush Show, the host of the Big 12 College Experience, former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. I apologize for the 0-3 start. However, it's easy to see a tide turn with 11-1 on the night slate and a 7-1 parlay. Cheers, everybody.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
And we're also joined by third man in the booth, the host of the college baseball experience and the man on the boards behind the scenes putting together shit. You know, drives a LeBaron and recently out of the hospital. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, brother?
What's going on, guys? I didn't quite have the tide turn a day of Mac. I started 0-2, as I typically do during these island. You have to auto lock these games. I have a shitty record going even back to last year. It's like 15%. So 0-2 there, but we turn it around. 4-1 the rest of the day. Lock battle win against Colby, which was my favorite lock of the day. That was a money line play for myself. We held on for dear life for the final 15 minutes of that game where they only scored 11 total points, but got that across. Also rode with Colby and Mac when they picked Cal Poly to win on the outright. So
that saved me.
For the day.
I was 5-5. 10 bets, but I had an 5-5 ATS. I had Cal Poly money line, which saved my day from being a day in the red. But not, I can't say that I had as good a night as you fucking clowns. So,
right?
Yeah. All right, appreciate you, brother. So let's react because is North Dakota basketball good?
Damn, that was a good win. I mean, it was back and forth for 20, 30 minutes, but I thought they just made bigger plays down the stretch. They won every loose ball, and you got to give the Fighting Hawks some credit. Big win over Utah Valley.
We auto bet this game, but I would like to throw a proposition out there. Were you more surprised by the final score in this game, North Dakota versus Utah Valley, or Northern Colorado beating South Dakota State by 9?
No, because Northern Colorado, South Dakota State, that line stunk.
Well,
so
I would say, I mean, it was an auto lock in this play, but I wanted nothing to do with this either. Like,
no, but like this one, like I understood I was like, okay, like the other one, Northern Colorado, I think is good. So I was like, I watched that Colorado game and I'm like, I know
I know they're good now. I know kind of how to kind of expect to see them play, but coming into the year, I didn't think they were going to be very good.
Yeah.
They should have won in Boulder. I mean, they gave that game away.
Yeah, which I didn't know how to make out of Colorado's team either. I mean, that's a brand new team as well.
Well, they happen to be amazing. Apparently, Big Dundee was way off on these Buffaloes.
Well, they've actually rolled in the other two games. The Northern Colorado game is the only one that they've had issues in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still surprised North Dakota took down Utah Valley. Like, just surprising. Yeah. I mean, that was. I just, I thought North Dakota was like a bottom 10 team a year ago. And for Valley, who just seems like they just have culture.
As Rob points out in the YouTube chat, North Dakota's got a guy named Eaglestaff, and he did drop 31 today. So
yes, Trayson Eaglestaff. He was doing it. And shout out, these Summit League games are hard to find these days.
Fucking awful.
Yeah. And that's why I need to shout out everybody that hit me up. But more so shout out to Stooley Picks, our boy, for
DBJ.
Yeah, I didn't know if he wants me to throw his name out there or not. But for hooking me up with the link. Because we were, and then I shared that thing like good people do. You know what I mean, right? Puff puff pass. But yeah, that game was ridiculous. Surprising outcome to say the least. Lindenwood's fucking horrible. Actually, I don't mind losing on Utah Valley because like they still looked all right. When I watched Lindenwood play basketball today, I said, "What the hell was I doing?" This team sucks. New Orleans 82, Lindenwood 74.
They almost came back.
They suck. I watched that the whole team is just shit.
How are you ever down 20 to New Orleans?
Somehow Robert Morris is going to sweep the damn thing. 3 games against shit teams.
Bob Morris covered today.
Yeah. Unbelievable with the New Orleans play there. Dusa in the chat. Yes, I did know Tommy Lee Jones played offensive line for Harvard. I did know that. I think I shared a photo over the summer on that on our account. Yeah.
We were also talking about Edgar Allan Poe during one of the college football picks episodes. I remember.
Oh yeah. The amount of Jack Kerouac. There's a bunch of but it wasn't. This was Poe's son, I think, that played quarterback at the end of the day. I think I was off or something. There's a shit ton of history with former college football players that had a gigantic impact in the arts and this country. And then this IU Indy bullshit. This is why they lost the game. You know what I mean? We're IU Indy these days. Fuck you, Eastern Michigan. I this is what I get for fading my boys. I was even wearing green today. I blame you guys.
These are boys. They're our program.
Eastern Michigan has been my MAC team.
They are our friends.
Eastern Michigan's been my MAC team for a long time. All right. And I'd be damned if I left them stranded and alone because you bastards.
Shout out to closing line value, baby. IU Indy goes off as a fucking 4-point favorite, and we're sitting here with our thumb up our ass with minus 110 on the money line, and they get drilled. I'm like, what the fuck?
Now we were spot on with this one, but I didn't bet it, and I wish I would have. Nichols 61.
Can we talk about the shit that hit the fan in that game too? By the way, the first 2 minutes of the game was just incredible. There's puke on the court, and then fire alarm going off. The tweets from some accounts today were off the shelves. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I tweeted it out from our account too. You can change the name of your program, but some things may never change.
61-59. Nichols gets Northern Kentucky.
What a game!
We were on that. I should have bet that.
Almost gave that up too.
Did you see the buzzer beater?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
They play Cincinnati tomorrow, so
play
accordingly. Great win though.
Yeah.
To beat
Max unloading
NK.
the clip on the Big 12 team against the mid-major.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling without my TV setup, man.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't know if this internet. Hey Colby, been following your channel for college basketball since January 2023. I want your thoughts with Mac about and Bieniek about the Tyson Jake Paul fight. First off, thank you for the $50. How would I bet it? Well, I can tell you the bet detective, CJ Sullivan from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which I do a show with him on the College Football Experience. He likes it going past, I think it was 4 rounds.
So this is how I mean, I'm actually going to come at you with like a boxing angle for this. I don't know if you saw the weigh-in or not, but
I did.
Tyson hit him with a flush
and
slap.
It didn't phase him.
And no, it actually stunned him. He took a step back. Yes. Yeah. He had to take a step back and was like, holy shit, I just got slapped by this guy. But I mean, in my opinion, this is a fight where, like, if Paul is actually going to try to win this thing, he's going to drag it out. That's an old man, 60-year-old man that it has a lot of muscle mass. He's got to carry around the ring. I think if he wins, it's longer distance. Tyson can put him out in one shot, I think.
I got the heart of lions, tigers, and bears. Anyone that says that, I'm taking. Give me Tyson. This is ridiculous. This is Tough Man crowd or whatever the fuck that shit. Tough Man contest back in the day. You guys are probably too young for that. There used to be this thing called, and they would just have fucking idiots fighting. Like Screech was fighting fucking, somebody. Like they just have random shitty celebrities and like, no disrespect, Screech. I'm just saying you fought in that thing and I probably would have done it too if they offered me money. But there was a show where they did this. That's why Manute Bull fought Refrigerator Perry. There was a bunch of other ones too. It was fun. It's fun. But I'm going Tyson. Mac, who are you going with?
I think Tyson's going to lose. He's 60. He's fucking old.
He's also crazy.
He is crazy. He's probably going to get disqualified because he's probably going to bite the fucker's ear like he did in the fucking 80s. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I wish I had more of a handicap.
I'm honestly more interested in the washed up UFC card on Saturday than I am on the washed up boxing card. So yeah. But give me the college basketball on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Check out our platform for that. We have stuff covering
MMA
this.
Gambling Podcast.
Yeah. So check that out. Folks, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And if you haven't downloaded the SGPN app, well, you are missing out. The SGPN app gives you access to all the podcasts on the network and the picks page, all in one convenient app. Plus, just like all of our just fire content, the app is completely free to download. Type in SGPN in your App Store or Google Play Store to download it today. And don't forget to let it ride. All right. David Matola is correct. Piston Honda was the shit. That's another reason why. I'll be honest. Mike Tyson has one of the best games ever. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So I can't. It's hard. I just like him more. You know what I mean? Like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I got the Heart of Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Oh my.
And then you throw in just somewhat like that. He was fucking hilarious in The Hangover. He's just something. He's just a funny fucking guy. You know. And he actually like milked it. He was hooking up with Robin Givens. I mean, I don't know. Like for considering that, like his life story is fucking insane. Like from the start, he had like, and to be successful after the way he started his life. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Iron Mike. You like Iron Mike?
I like Mike. Yeah. He's 60.
Yeah. I've ran into some people too that have hung out with him. They say he's cool as fuck. So hey,
I tried to explain to my grandfather that Mike Tyson was fighting tomorrow, and
he's like, huh?
Yeah, he was like, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you're being a dickhead to him. He's probably like he probably thinks he's got fucking Alzheimer's or some shit right now.
Oh, dude,
he's probably going to like the doctor. He made an appointment at the doctor. Or he's just going to try to like mentally cover shit up.
He's a huge boxing fan too. So he's just ready to like fucking knock me upside. Like he's like, you're watching this shit on demand or something. That was probably what was going through his head. Who's Jake Paul?
That is fucking hilarious. Cause I feel like if someone told me that, you know, when you're old, you know, you do things like, okay, like I had an uncle that had, you know, Alzheimer's, and you know, once that shit starts showing the early stages, you do things to try to hide that from others. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to. You like internally, you're like, I'm not losing it. I got it. I feel like if someone told you that Mike Tyson fight, you're like, what the fuck you talking about? Anyone in their 70s or 80s would be like, did my grandson just tell me Mike Tyson's fighting? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, he had no idea how to contemplate what I was telling him.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What's the zone?
Is that an Italian dish? Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Nichols getting the outright win. I wish I would have bet it. I did not. I had a tough day on the battles as Coppin State. You fucking losers. You got a rivalry game. You come out here and spew this shit on the court in 92-67 as UMBC destroys the Moneyline Mac with a nice battle. Look, I was going cross town. You got to remember Larry Stewart. He played for the Bullets back in the day. So I want to believe that I like Coppin State, and they'd hit for me against Wake. So a horrible play by me. I'll never take them ever again. After watching a little bit of this game, I go, good God, like a high school team could beat them. Mac, your thoughts on UMBC?
I think you summed it up perfectly. Good God, Coppin State's bad. Good win, UMBC, I guess. You took care of business and covered. They're 3-1. You know that?
But who they beat?
They beat Coppin and 2 D2s. I go,
their only loss is Penn State.
3-1. Who they beat?
Well, finally, then I hit pay dirt with the Bryant Bulldogs, which was one of my top 3 plays last night. Went 2-1 on those top 3 plays. Hopefully you tell me on that. But Buffalo's fucking horrible. They're horrible too.
They're a tough team to get a read on from me. They competed against Notre Dame the other night. They beat Old Dominion, who I know Old Dominion is not going to be good at the beginning of this year, but I had like some hope for them to be able to kind of be competitive this season. And, Buffalo beat them. I was like, okay, I'll stay away from Buffalo. They had me off the scent for a little bit, but this is the Buffalo that I know from last year.
They're back. and shittier than ever. Yeah.
That blue bowl, that's just a cash cow. Fade it.
Yes, hit that. Bob Morris and Stonehill played.
Bob Morris covered.
It's incredible that Bob Morris was able to get 3 dog shit programs to come to them in a little MTE so they could get 3 wins.
Yeah, what?
It's incredible.
Dude, this was like a 2-point game at halftime. I was like, oh, dude, Stonehill's live.
Robert Morris is so phony this year. It's crazy. I can't wait till I get to actually fade this team this year.
I can't believe I locked up Bob Morris.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild play by you. I mean, but I say this as someone who locked up Coppin State, but still, at least that was a crosstown battle. This one was like Stonehill and Bob Morris. I don't know.
Felt it. It was their event. Make a statement at your event, Bob Morris. Well done. 12-point win. And the best part is the Stonehill guy misses a wide open layup at the end for the push. He just misses off the bottom of the rim. It didn't even it was like nobody blocked. I was like, wow, this is a bad team.
Shout out to the Colonials for getting it done, like Brandon says in the chat. Jacksonville. Our boy McCray went for almost had a triple-double, 9, 9, and 6.
Avetta was there cheering him on too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Shout out to Avetta who went to that thing. Yeah, it was a big time win there. Sorry, I want to shout out Zay in the chatter. His uncle had Alzheimer's. Yeah, that's a horrible fucking way to go. It's a horrible way to go. And my grandfather also went that way. It's terrible to watch, man. My condolences. I'm actually really mad I'm more mad at Mac on this play.
What'd I do?
I wanted to lock Missouri minus the points.
We should have. Oh my God.
I wanted to lock.
I was
Missouri.
on the Delta Devils in this one. I sorely apologize. I'm going to pull up a video on Twitter to share. You guys can talk about it.
Okay. Well, what bothers me even more was I said check the picks page, and I was going to bet this today. If it wasn't my day was kind of crazy because I'm at my parents' house right now, right? My house doesn't have internet yet. So I have to drive all the way over to my parents to record, right? And then I have to drive back because the electrician's coming. Then I drive back to do another show. Then I have to drive back because it's the internet people were fucking up. So I'm just going back and forth like an idiot. And I did not get a chance. Like I feel like if I had all day to sit around like I normally did in California, like I'm at the office, I would have bet this game and I would have hit. I apologize to my clientele, and I blame Moneyline Mac.
Should have bet it.
I was ready to pull the trigger, and you're like, no.
I mean, I watched fucking like 14 out of the 18 games, and I'm like, I really just don't want to watch this game, so I'll pass on this.
Oh man,
I'm pulling this up right now. This is great, by the way. And anybody can go look at this, what I'm about to share. But
YouTube.com/the college experience.
On their Twitter account here, our good friends, the Delta Devils. This is a video. They blacked out Missouri's score.
Nice.
So all you see is Mississippi Valley State's 11
great.
Points on the scoreboard.
I don't blame them. I don't fucking blame them.
No, neither do I. And then they tweeted out the final score: Mississippi Valley State 39, Missouri more than that. And
they're trolling themselves.
And then it gets even better. SportsCenter tweets out: Missouri beat Mississippi Valley State by 72 points today. The Tigers had more points off of turnovers, 45, and more points in the paint, 44, than the Delta Devils total points at 39. They post the big giant scoreboard.
That is a dickhead move. That is a dickhead move by SportsCenter, in my opinion.
And their Twitter profile goes uncalled for.
Yeah, no, I'm dude. Who's running that account? I'm with them. That's a dickhead move. That's a dickhead move because they play like 30 fucking away games to start their season. You know what I mean? To sit there and relish in that, where it's like
brutal.
Nah, fuck that, man. SportsCenter is in the wrong for that. It's like, man, their athletic department is like a fraction of like not even a full 1%, like a 0.5% of Missouri's, and then to bring that shit up. That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Yeah. I'm with you. That's bullshit.
Yeah. That's bullshit, man.
So fun.
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to show that on the show today. Shout out to the social media team because they killed it tonight.
I mean, for them to do that, like their social media team is good. They're in the right, in my opinion. I would block out that score too, because honestly, man, when you think about the money disparity between the universities,
That's what the score should be.
And you want to promote your players. They're sitting there playing on the road for a month. No one else in college football or college basketball does that, besides like the SWAC teams, right? So
they actually got more
fucking love. You know,
they actually got more attention on that video of a highlight that had the score blacked out than if the score was there. That created more attention.
Yeah, but still, like I dig like the fact that you want your players to get exposure, right? You want your student athletes to come and get exposure and to promote them with a clip. Even if you're down 60, it's like your 5th fucking road game in a row. Yeah. I don't mind blacking it out because people would say, the first thing people would say is, oh, you dunked the ball against Missouri down 64. You know what I mean? Like no one would actually appreciate the dunk then. They're in the right for me, even though it's fucking hilarious. They're in the right there. And shame on you, SportsCenter, you filthy horse.
So funny.
Fuck SportsCenter.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
The irony is like they have. Remember, Steve? I saw Stephen A. say Redskins the other day, and everyone on this is like, oh my god. The woman next to him is like trying to whisper, Commander.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Shut up, you woke bitch. Like
stupid show. What a stupid show. They're only called, like I said, make Stephen A. racist. Get the fuck out of here. It's just stupid logic. It hurts my fucking brain.
They act like the Redskins is the N-word. It's like, god damn, what are you guys smoking?
Yeah. I mean, I could do a seminar on this. And I was talking about this today. I believe it's more racist to get rid of the names than it is to, this is like some bullshit of like, I in my opinion, it's just white people complaining and trying to delete the history when the reality is the history is the history, right? Yep. So fucking own up to it. Honor Native Americans, you filthy fucking losers. All right. And yeah. All right. That's my opinion. Some people disagree. But still, Stephen A. Smith saying it, they acted like he fucking just nuked the whole goddamn fucking Bristol, Connecticut there. And it was like, okay, he made a mistake. Okay, relax.
It's not even a mistake. That was their name forever.
So stupid. I know, but yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's just so dumb. It's insulting to my intelligence, all right, which is very low, and it's still insulting, all right. Where the hell are we at here? What are we talking about?
We just finished up on the Delta Devils.
I'm mad. I'm also mad because I almost locked Wichita State, but you ended up getting the cover. I was going to text you guys. Nice call in Northern Iowa. And then you guys got it done. I backed away. Northern Iowa covers by point and a half.
Yeah, they missed so many opportunities in this game. I actually am not. I was not that impressed with them. I know they ended up covering, but they don't have the discipline night in and night out that they've had in the past. Like they kept making. They would turn it over in key points of the game where in the past they would never turn it over. But hey, they found a way to cover at Wichita, which is a tough place to win at. And shout out to my Panthers.
Yeah. You think Wichita is going to be
Panthers? I know that.
Do you think Wichita is going to be able to get past East Carolina? I don't think so.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they'll handle them.
Saturday, January 18th, Mark it
You're
down.
fine. Mason's going to beat you because they lost to the Chips.
Please.
Bad spot.
Can't go into G Vegas and get a dub. They were nervous. They were already breaking down film at VCU because they thought the Chips were nothing. They got a lesson. All right. Teams do that normally when they put us on the schedule. We hit on the Salukis. They only lose by 7 to Oklahoma State.
A late second half charge to cover this.
Mac, what do you make of OK State? I was watching this game early on. I missed the end, or like the whole second half, really. But they didn't look that good to me in the first half.
No, they didn't, but they looked really good in the early second half. They stretched, I think, this out to like 16 or 17, but then the Saluki, Scott Nagy fought back and got it done. I tweeted it out. So Oklahoma State's 3-0. They got FAU in the Charleston Classic on Thursday. So we're going to find out a little bit about these Cowboys. But, hey, you got to give Lutz credit, 3-0, and he avoided the bye game losses that Mike Boyden has, unfortunately, over the last couple of years, fallen right into.
I'll be nice and say that I think Oklahoma State's strength is their depth. They've got 6 seniors, 2 juniors in the rotation, but the starting 5 is just not strong enough to win day in and day out in the Big 12. I think that's the nice way of putting it.
They spent a lot less money on that roster than the one in Manhattan, and they're better than them.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
No, we'll get to that game.
We all triple locked Chattanooga. They got it done 76-62. This game, I mean, Bash Weiland had a big day for the Mocs. I mean, they needed that. This was a good play by us, if I may say so. This one, and this is probably one I should have said is that I felt really good about, but
they owed us.
What's that? They did, but they did cover for me against St. Mary's, but it was the USC game.
I'll still say this. I'll still say this about Chattanooga. They're playing very well without 2 starting big men, Frank Champion, Mekhi Richards. Both of them upperclassmen. They're doing it without him. So kudos to them. And triple lock, cash it.
Boom. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, at SGPN. We started out with MyBookie back in the day when I had to push a fucking lawnmower out of my seat. And now we're back. So as you can tell, things are going great. No fucking around. MyBookie.ag has killed it as a company. And, they reached back out to us after years we were with them and we win. And now they're back and just the shoe fits. Check out the new and improved website. It's great on the mobile app as well. Plus there's props for every game and they have the live dealer casino. They got new cash out options. Everything's great. I mean, you got to get over there. How about this? Grey Cup, CFL Gambling Podcast. Check it out. Give me the Argos plus the 9 this weekend for the 111th Grey Cup. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a little $10 casino chip there for some good times. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right. Yeah. I'm just messing around. They're great. It's just funny. It's you got to say the joke for a second. Northern Colorado. Bieniek, you just referenced them.
Yeah.
They went to Rapid City. And took care of them, and they kind of just whooped their ass the whole game too.
Yeah. Never really trailed.
Who's the best team in the Big Sky?
Maybe Northern Colorado. This is one of my prouder Benedicts going with Northern Colorado here. I mean, when we
one of your prouder Benedicts. I like this. This. We should do
one of the prouder moments. He's been a traitor.
I last night. I was like, man, South Dakota State, they're at home. I'm not going to bet. And then when we found out it wasn't Brookings, I'm like, wait a minute, now, I'm out. Northern Colorado's going to win. They just had an emotional game against McNeese. Then they had a buzzer beater ending against Long Beach. Now you got to play Northern Colorado, typical letdown spot. So good win for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, great win, man. I picked this, but I did not bet this. But LSU 76, Kansas State 65. Mac, are they 0? Is the Big 12 0-2 against the SEC right now?
No, we're 2-2.
Who'd you guys beat?
UCF
Baylor,
beat A&M.
Arkansas. That's right. I always forget UCF's in the fucking Big 12. I just remember East Carolina running through their shit ass team. You know what I mean?
No, don't let you. Hey, there's going to be enough
buried in a 117 game slate.
Don't join that SEC propaganda shit. They're already starting it across the network. They're like, oh, the SEC is the best league in America this year.
I think SEC is going to give the Big 12 a run
in the playoff. Not on this show. I'm standing up to that shit. We're 2-2. Bad, horrible loss. K-State is a bottom 3 to 4 team in the league. They suck.
Is Colorado better than Kansas State?
I have to be honest. I didn't catch a whole lot of this game because I didn't think it was going to be competitive, and I thought it was going to be the other way. I was more interested in the Grand Canyon Arizona State game, but I tuned in at the very end because I was like, all right, how south is this Kansas State chemistry and this whole thing going? I tuned in perfectly timed for fucking Coleman Hawkins to take a run at somebody in the final 2 minutes. Somehow that's a foul. I didn't know that's a foul on the other team.
It was kind of an awkward play. Like
they called it like a moving screen.
I think they just wanted the game to end. I think it was one of those calls.
I hate that shit, dude. I really hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's like what is your job? Call the game from, start to finish. I'm telling you that's my it's the equivalent of the abrupt QB slide in football, where you have this thing that they just a couple seconds left. What do you mean? What do you mean? The game is still on. You fucking that's your job. Yeah. It's your job. Crossing guard don't not let people cross right before the end of the shift. You know what I mean? Or let people cross without them. It's stupid. It's just stupid. You know what I mean?
This is a great point by Damani in the chat. The return on investment for Osabar and Hawkins, not very good. Not very good.
Yeah. It's early though. It's early. Grand Canyon 76, ASU 87. Nice call. I know you bet this.
Everybody's killing Arizona State because they lost to Duke in a preseason game. They're not bad.
Do you remember my preseason ranking of them?
Now you're back.
Told you. Shout out to Venezia's Pizza, best pizza in all of Arizona. And when I was a guest,
pizza, Mac.
When I was a guest of beautiful Arizona State and Tempe, Arizona, they gave me inside intel that they were going to be nasty this year. Bobby Hurley was there. Didn't bother him, even though I considered after the 17 Jameson Gingers I had to convince him. I was gonna really have a powwow with him, and I'm sure I would have never been welcome back to Tempe ever again. But dude, they look good. Watch a good amount of this. Yeah.
Jaden Quaintance was, really good on the defensive end. They only credit him with 1 steal, but he was a menace defensively. He had 2 blocks. And he kept Grant Foster in check for the back half of that game when Grand Canyon wanted the ball in his hands. So that was what I took away from this one. Outside of Arizona State, just kind of having the lead throughout the second half.
Yeah. Grand Canyon. Every game I've watched of Grand Canyon, I've just kind of been, keep thinking they're going to turn it on. Might be a little overrated.
When everybody tells you all season how good you are and you're going to be the best mid-major, just like McNeese, I think sometimes when you go from that hunter to the hunted, it gets your head a little bit. They pay to keep these guys around, and I mean, that was disrespectful to Arizona State tonight that they were laying 5.5 against them. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Arizona State's still a Power 5 program that isn't like Vanderbilt over the last couple of years. Arizona State has been competitive. They've been to an NCAA tournament 2 years ago. So, like, they're not a doormat team.
That line kept me from losing money on that game. I was, like, calling for Grand Canyon money line in the preseason.
Yeah.
And then when they were favored by 5.5, I'm like, I thought they were going to win this game, but this is a little outrageous. If anything, this is a little bit of overreaction. And I took the Sun Devils. I didn't think that they were going to win the game by 11, but good win for the Sun Devils.
I have a friend that had texted me that he loved New Mexico State tonight.
What a game.
Dude, what they blow, like a 17-point lead?
Yeah.
Like it was like they I feel so bad for him. He had minus, I think, 4 or 4.5. They're up by 17. If there was another 5 minutes on the clock here, Corpus Christi would have won this thing. New Mexico State wins 83-82. They outscore the Aggies by 15 in the second half. That's a tough beat, man. That's a tough beat. Yeah, I mean, I guess good win for the Aggies that you didn't collapse all the way, but yeah, glad I didn't bet money because the show would have been an hour late because I would have been banging my head through the fucking wall. Bieniek, here's your flowers as Northern Arizona, and they gave me one pass, you filthy fucking losers.
Dude, they scored 11 points in the final 14 minutes of this game and somehow won.
I ended up giving out Northern Arizona on the pregame show, so I bet Northern Arizona. I won't count it towards my lock battle record. I didn't do it last night.
Yeah, that does not count on the lock battle, you fucking asshole. All right.
That's all I cared about. He goes,
only Bieniek.
Wave it off.
Nice win. Nice win for the boys in Flagstaff. You know who looked like shit tonight too is UNLV, I thought. UNLV did not cover against Omaha. How hot is the seat?
Well, I mean, this is kind of what you get from UNLV. This is they're kind of a front runner. They show up for big games. They sleepwalk through not so big games. I mean, they dropped a couple of home bye games last year, but then they won
Southern, right?
Yeah.
Or Air Force.
Yeah.
Air Force and Southern got them, right?
A couple of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got to fire him.
I think he should get this year. I think this is a big year.
I mean, obviously you don't fire him right now. They've already invested for the year, but I'm saying, like, I think if you don't get it done this year, you got to go.
The Air Force lost by 40 last year. Should have counted as 10 losses. It was single-handedly probably the worst loss in college basketball last year. That I was like, if they played that a million times, I don't think they ever.
Didn't we lock it?
I
bet
UNLV against Southern. No, I bet them against Southern.
No, I'm saying we locked UNLV when Air Force won by 1,000. Or no, did we lock Air Force? I think it was.
I think we were on Air Force.
Yeah, I think we locked Air Force, but we didn't think they'd win on the money line.
Which money line? The alt line where they were laying 37.5.
There was two like terrible bets that I laid like 20 points with last year. Miami lost to somebody when they were like a 21 favorite, and then UNLV lost as like a 30-point favorite. Just crazy.
Yeah. Play of the night that saved my ass. Cal Poly 75, Seattle 71.
Great
Mustangs. Get it done. I'm high on them this year. They're my darlings. Love St. Louis Obispo.
Colby, I would say quietly, DeGeorge out there is doing as good a job right now as anybody in the country. For them to be 2-2, what did they win for the whole year last year?
Three games.
They went something horrible.
Yeah, and they were never competitive. At least they play hard. They're structured. He's a good coach. I like Cal Poly a lot, especially if we're going to keep catching these big numbers with them.
Yeah, I mean, there's really
They won 3 D1 games, 4 total, and they were winless in conference.
They should be decent. I mean, I know they got the John Madden money coming in, but I'm saying like, if you've been to San Luis Obispo, you're like, this is a great campus, cool town. You're not far from Santa Barbara. You're not far from LA. You're not far from San Francisco. Like, what am I missing here? They should be good. You know what I mean? Like I would think it would be easy for a recruit to say yes to that over so many other schools.
They look like Bellarmine.
Staples are sharp. Game balls. No, you lead us off, buddy.
All right. The disrespect went a little too far for this program. I was at the forefront of some of it, some of the discourse here. So I'll give a game ball to Arizona State. Shoving little brother into a locker on a neutral floor when their program had a little bit of momentum coming into this year. So Sun Devils, game ball.
Game ball, and also game ball to Venetia's Pizza. Let's go get that. If you're in the Arizona area, it's like they moved Little Italy in New York City right over to Phoenix, Scottsdale, all that stuff. You got to get over there. Check it out. Mac, first game ball for you.
I'm going to go LSU, Matt McMahon and company. Year 3, this is a big year for him. He's on the hot seat a little bit. They left no doubt, and that's we just talked about how bad K-State is, but hey, you got to give credit to LSU for smacking them around in the Little Apple.
Yeah, for sure. Look, there's a couple options you can go with here. I think it's got to be Cal Poly. I just think for a team that was that bad, not even last year, over the past couple years. Yeah, let's go. Cal Poly game ball. Mustangs ride heavy. Noah, second game ball.
Nichols. They collected a check from Northern Kentucky and also collected a win in Highland Heights. So Nichols, they led pretty much wire to wire in this one against NKU.
I like it. Remember that fire logo they had last night. Mac, second game ball.
Well, a program that I think kind of flies under the radar in the state of Colorado, not California, Northern Colorado.
Actually, if you ask a lot of people from Colorado, they're super pissed off at the amount of Californians that came in there. So you might be on par.
Yep. So Northern Colorado definitely gets a game ball for me. And shout out to Abner in the chat, busting my chops for my K-State loss. What about my other 11 wins in the night slate? Pick my one fucking loss, jackass.
Yeah. It's always going to be some. You know what I mean?
Keep it coming.
Yeah. Well, you know what that is that's probably the one bet he could afford.
Yeah. I was pissed too.
Just went with that one.
Don't say that.
I love K-State.
I'm serious. Yeah. Like sometimes, honestly, like we get fans that will say, dude, what the fuck, you fucking loser. I picked this one. And I'm like, well, did you bet all?
Yeah.
Or at least a good chunk of them. And
that's why there's a nice balance.
Yeah.
That's why
I took one
nice
and I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, diversify. All right.
Colby
and Mac, it's always this. It's always this.
Colby and Mac volume bet the board, and myself, I'm a little bit more pick and choose and a little bit more selective. There's a little bit of taste for everybody on this show. So
yeah, but diversify. To me, it's the smartest way to bet is if you just put all your money on one team, unless you absolutely fucking love it. Anyway, my final game ball will go to North Dakota. Them and Cal Poly were two of the worst teams.
Yeah.
And the Fighting Hawks, and I almost picked Eastern Michigan. I let my boys slide. North Dakota will never get another game ball again, so we got to take advantage of this opportunity. Fighting Hawks get it done against Utah Valley. Folks, I want to tell you, the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all of sports. They got college hoops, they got college football, they got NFL, CFL, MMA, NBA, NHL, NASCAR, everything you can think of, really. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries. So what are you doing? Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Oh, we got action for tomorrow.
Yes, we do. Plenty of games out there posted.
You got anything that catch your eye there, Bieniek? Because I could tell you from the start.
2 picks, 3x your money, and maybe if we had a third here from Colby, it turns into 6. Pick number 1. Cliff Amorie up against Purdue, going to give the Boilermakers a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Like I've said, basically every Purdue game, there's a lot of rebounds to go around. You got to hit the markets early before they start to adjust and figure out where the rebounds are going. This game, Alabama's got 3 starters that are 6'11" or taller on the floor. Purdue does not have that giant that is a good player this season. They have Will Berg, who I'm just not as high on Will Berg. I was higher on Daniel Jacobson. He's out for the year. So we're going to go higher than 17.5 points in rebounds for Big O, the new center for Alabama, their brand new toy. They're going to look to use and abuse him against Purdue because they didn't have that last year to combat with Edey. I think they're going to just flip the game script on Purdue. Then we're going to go to Frankie Collins, the former Michigan point guard, coming back to Ann Arbor with TCU against Michigan. We're going to go higher than 11.5 points. He's cashed this in 2 games already this season, and I think he gets his tomorrow against his former team.
I like it. Can I add in Wade Taylor of Texas A&M? The PRA higher than 23.5. Let's go, Wade Taylor. He'll get like 18 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, something like that. Let's go, Wade Taylor. But that's part of the edge you could find. You can't find this anywhere else, folks, that I know of. So hop on over to Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code TCE SGPN once again to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner. Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props, all that good stuff. You can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. Just sit back, lazy, copy that. Still probably going to cash. Or you can build your own model. That's what I like to do. Suggest what I like, and they build around that. You can now track all of it in the Rhythm app now too. So hop on over there. They got college hoops now, college football, NFL, NBA. Rhythm has it all. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. The slate tomorrow, I'm just going to say, is the best of the week. And it starts off with the solo game in White Springs, West Virginia. Where the fuck is White Springs, West Virginia, Mac?
It's the Greenbrier.
Yeah, I got no idea where that is.
It's in the southern part of the state. It's not too far from Beckley and Charleston. I mean, the Mexicans are going to West Virginia. How about this?
Yeah, and this old Charleston Southern logo, much better than their current pirate.
Did your boy Fig schedule this and then get booted?
No, I don't know. I actually don't know. Good question.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know when this was scheduled.
How many people will be at this game?
Oh, it's in like a ballroom. It's awful.
Why? I don't understand why they're playing this in White Springs, West Virginia.
Rocco Miller was tweeting about it, and he said, "Expect some scoring." So I'm
on Grande. I think I'm going to lay the 1.5. Lock.
Oh, wow. It's a standalone, right? Is that one?
Yeah, we have to. What station is this on? Are we gonna be able to watch this? Fucking White Springs.
According to Ken Palm here.
Well, just a hilarious location.
I should end up on like.
I just picture in the summer, your coach coming to you and say, "Hey, you know what, guys? We're going to a tournament. Yeah, where are we headed? Cancun, Miami. White Springs. Everyone's like, what? Where the fuck is
that?
It
sounds like an island resort.
It does sound. White Springs, the Bahamas? No, West Virginia.
It's a hell of a venue. I mean, they have a PGA golf tournament there every year at the Greenbrier. It's actually fun, but the casino's in there too. So I mean, you could bet on the game live there.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Let's battle early. Give me Charleston Southern. These Mexicans, they don't want to come up to West Virginia. Let's go.
I'm taking Rio Grande.
They ain't cold,
But they're counting down 7-6-5.
Bieniek's going with the Mexicans too. We got a battle here. Let's go. Dundee, Bieniek, Rio Grande, Mac with the Buccaneers, Charleston Southern.
Tough travel spot.
Yeah, where do you fly into?
Pittsburgh? Maybe. Pittsburgh or Richmond?
No, not Richmond. To be honest, Richmond? It's closer to Kentucky than it is.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the southern part of the state. They may fly. I don't know where they fly into. Charleston Southern can bus.
Yeah,
just bus right through the southern part of the state, through Tennessee, through Kentucky, and they're in there.
That's a long bus ride.
Staying in White Springs.
Doubleheader.
We get VMI taking on Tennessee Tech. What is this? What made them choose these 4 teams? I'm so confused. But
30, at least they're being
30
smart.
for 30
they're
on this.
Playing these games early. They're getting all the eyes. All the sickos are watching these games.
It's just like
It's on PTB Live. Mac, do you know what that is?
I have no idea what PT Live is.
Primetime bet. That's what I'm guessing. So I don't know. VMI's catching 5.5 against Tennessee Tech.
They're undefeated.
I'm going chalky in White Springs, guys. I'm laying the 5.5. I caught Tennessee Tech opening week. I think it was against Georgia. Not bad.
Not
Give me
quite
the Golden
an
Eagles.
island game here.
Give me the Golden Eagles to get it done. Mac?
I think I'm going to lock Tennessee Tech here.
Well, we have to. Standalone.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
It's technically not. There's another game a half hour later.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a bunch of games tomorrow all throughout the day. Just that first game was a island game.
Well, I'll join you on a lock here because I do think VMI is not close to the level of the Golden Eagles.
I'll lay it with the Golden Eagles. I'm not betting this with you guys though.
Lay the 5.5 with these Golden Eagles, Clark. Why? Why would you I want to know more.
The cadets love it.
Moving forward, in this
Hufford goes, you have to bet the first half then. First half's a standalone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some help from the chat / Noah on lines. There's a couple that we didn't have. One was New Orleans and Stonehill.
Well, I think Stonehill was playing.
I have it. New Orleans is laying 2.
Lock.
Oh no. It's not a standalone game. Don't do it.
They're better than Stonehill. I'm locking up New Orleans -2. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Look at that logo. Mac?
I'll take Stonehill. I'm not betting Stonehill though.
I'm gonna lay it. I'm gonna lay with the Privateers.
Yes. Moving forward, I need a line on fucking Holy Cross and Sacred Heart in Providence, Rhode Island. Why is this in Providence? Hold on, someone explain to me this. Why is this? I mean, I'm assuming do they have the Friars? Is it the Friars hosting this? What's going on here?
No, the doubleheader is New Hampshire and Brown. What?
Brown's hosting it.
Brown's hosting it. Interesting. Wait, so it's
Brown's Providence.
Who's favored here?
Sacred Heart's fucking favored.
I mean, both suck ass. I don't feel like one is much better than the other.
Lock.
Yeah.
I like Holy Cross.
I think you have to take the points because both are on the same level to me. But I won't. No lock.
Give me that lock music. They weren't bad against Rhode Island and Wisconsin. We're gonna get their coach.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Crusaders.
Wrong team's favorite.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
They weren't bad against Rhode Island and Wisconsin. 24-point loss to Wisconsin. I've never seen them blow out a team like that. And then Rhode Island, 14-point win. Rhode Island hasn't beaten anybody by 14 in a year and a half.
They're playing Sacred fucking Heart.
I do think the wrong team's favored, but I don't want any action on this game.
Good God, the politician over there, he plays all the sides, and then he picks the same side as me.
SIU Edwardsville is heading to Kalamazoo, Bieniek, where Western Michigan's climbing up your Michigan rankings. Western Michigan's laying 2. Give me SIU to get this thing done. No wager. Mac, what are you doing here?
I was gonna say I think SIUE might be fringe lock. I like Baroni's team, and who's Western Michigan to be laying points here?
Oh man.
SIUE money line.
I do think they're better.
I agree.
Let's fucking do it.
I don't love SIUE off the win.
There's like 6 people at this game. NC Nick went to a game at Waldo's. Go to the Waldo's bar there. Liquor pitchers are fantastic.
I don't love SIUE off an upset win against Indiana State in their last game. And Kalamazoo, I don't know what you're going to do there. So I'm going to lay it with the Broncos, but this is another game that I don't have a tremendous feel on.
Hometown play by Bieniek.
This is nowhere near my hometown.
It's the same state. You do that fucking thing when you met Derek Stevens. Where on the mitten are you? You know, you guys got your own
complete opposite side.
You got your own secret handshake.
Western is all the way over here. I'm over here.
What's this line? William & Mary's heading to Rock Hill, South Carolina to take on Winthrop.
6.5.
I'm gonna lay it. Mac?
I'm going to take the points. I think Winthrop wins, but I think 6.5 a tad too high. Winthrop's off that Virginia Tech game that I thought they played really well in.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it here with Winthrop as well. There's some good experience on the Eagles squad, and they're the home team here, so lay it.
Virginia is taking on Villanova in Baltimore. Nova's a 3.5-point favorite. Huh?
What is this trash game?
This one reeks. I mean, I know UVA doesn't have Tony Bennett, but I feel like how is UVA? I would imagine
2019 national champion, 2018 national champion. And the total is 129.5 because both teams are bad, not because that's the style of play. It's rough.
I'm going Virginia.
I'm locking Virginia. Virginia.
I like Virginia too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Triple lock?
Yeah.
Bieniek?
Oh, I mean, I needed a little bit of a push on this one. The way I look at it, plus Cocktail Napkins got Virginia +1. The way I look at it is Villanova looks lifeless right now. Virginia, at least, I don't know how to paint this.
They compete.
I don't know how to paint this picture.
I just feel like morale is still like solid in Charlottesville.
I don't know if it's solid because
I didn't say good. I said
Yeah.
solid, which means like I think. Well, look, Ron Sanchez has been Tony Bennett's guy for a while. I know he left and coached Charlotte some, but I think like they respect him. And I mean, not that they don't respect Kyle Neptune, but I just think that with their losses early season, I think they've just been so bad. I just think they're already thinking, what the fuck? I
don't want the money on this game either. But Virginia is my pick here.
This is going to be a 52-50 game. So we're getting 3.5 Virginia all day.
Well, I am shocked at how Nova is a 3.5-point favorite, though.
Yeah, Zay is saying it's not sharp money; it's shark money. on Villanova. So.
Colby, it's that whole Villanova's due to bounce back. Villanova's due to bounce. They've been fucking due for 2 years.
Yeah. Let's go. Double lock on the Wahoos. Catching 3.5. Myself and Mac. Moving forward, Florida is heading to Saudi Arabia State, aka Tallahassee. Florida is laying 5. Todd Golden still coaching. Is this still coaching? This is a hard one for me because, like, what's the current state of that locker room? Like, give me the Noles +5.
I don't think it's like what's the current. I told you guys this last time we picked a Florida game. They've known about this for a month and a half.
But people are asking more questions, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think it's a bigger story now than it was then?
Yeah. So when I picked this on Tally side, I think it was at 7. People might be coming in on Florida State because of that news story. But
Seminoles have lost 3 in a row. It ends tomorrow night. I'm locking Florida State. I think Leonard Hamilton and company get it done outright.
They're flying under the radar. You're locking. I'm not going to lock it, but Max locked it up. The Noles. I mean, Saudi Arabia State catching 5. I even think we have music.
So we get our kicks doing the Seminole rap. We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good, some say we're great. Our goal is simple, best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the Modest Cheese Band on Saturday night. We'll start our stuff to show the nation that those are tough. When others play us, they be
Here we go.
But they all know we just be chilling.
Fire. Absolute fire.
I'm going to take the Gators still. Golden hasn't lost to Florida State in his coaching career at Florida. Who knows how long he'll be there. That might be the one stat he can hang his hat on. So I think he goes out there and keeps that record flawless.
We should note that Noah is a Florida fan.
Let's get to the Michigan game right after this.
Yes, let's go. TCU's heading to Ann Arbor, where Michigan's laying 7. Mac, let's lock this.
Oh, what are you doing?
Give me TCU +7.
8.5. 8.5
Yes.
right now.
Is it 8.5 right now?
Yeah, this thing shot up. Michigan opened at 6. And it's going up to 9.
Made that phony line move again. It's been the story of the season.
You couldn't beat them in football in the CFP. What makes you think you're just going to get it done here?
Michigan, I guess it's similar to that football game. The similar storyline. I just think up and down the roster in the starting 5, Michigan's got the better 5. And I think we've got the better coach. And I'm willing to lay that number, and I'm going to lock this up because I might even be in the building.
Jamie Dixon,
and that's always a lot.
Is Dusty May better than Jamie Dixon?
Yes. Dusty May's been to a Final Four with Florida Atlantic.
Got some breaks. Should have lost to Memphis in the first round there.
What are we talking about here? He won 30+ games
Mike
at
Davis
Florida
been
Atlantic.
national championship, and he went 1 in 30,000 last year at Detroit.
That's a good point. Very good point.
He won 30+ games at FAU.
Jamie's better he's more established.
We got a battle in Ann Arbor. I can't fucking talk.
So I get the 7, and you guys get the 8.5. That's how we're
here you
doing
go.
this.
He's finagling it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's how we're doing this because the 7's on the screen.
The current number when we're picking it at 1:34 in the morning is 8.5.
I see 7 on the screen.
I made this 4 hours ago. What the hell?
Fucking people in Michigan, they're always trying to finagle some shit.
Shout out to.
Do we have the conversation now, Colby? Because you were talking about you might be contemplating go to a game. I might be contemplating going to a game, but the slate's fire tomorrow.
So that's what I'm contemplating here. As me and NC Nick have interest in attending a college basketball game, but I'm trying to decide if it's worth missing all these fire games going on.
It's crazy. I don't know if it is either.
This is a headquarters night.
Yeah.
Although you don't have your studio.
I don't have my setup until another couple of weeks here.
Another couple of weeks.
North Carolina
doing?
Dude, let me tell you something about North Carolina. It's a beautiful state, but goddamn is everything slow. You go get a coffee. It's like 30 minutes. It's like 3 people in the whole store. And I order like an iced coffee. You don't have to make it. You should just have it there. You know what I mean? Sitting there trying to ask me about how's my day going. How about you just give me my fucking coffee? Anyway, I'm joking. North Carolina is fantastic, but still, my internet. I mean, I could do an hour on me trying to pay people to get internet, and it is the worst thing I've ever experienced on planet Earth, dude.
That's crazy.
I have called them 4 straight days, and they have told me they will call me back 4 straight days, and they have.
Do you want my business or not, bitch?
Oh, I went in on the guy today, but here's the shitty part. I'm dealing with the shitty hand. There's no more
nobody
fiber.
else.
There's no other fiber optics. So I'm threatening nothing. I'm like, yeah, well, you guys want my money or not? And then,
so they know they have the monopoly on your area, and they don't have a rush.
We'll give you a call tomorrow. And I go, that's what the guy told me yesterday. You guys, and I go, you guys have a terrible company. And I'm thinking about going elsewhere. And then I'm just like, yes, you guys will call me back tomorrow, right? Because I don't have any.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah, good God. All right, let's continue on. TCU is going to cover this. Sprinkle some on the money line. Monmouth is heading to Piscataway.
Mac, what's the updated number on this? This was shooting up too.
20.
Yeah. Oh my God. Rutgers laying 20.
Lay it.
Yeah, they don't really have a look ahead. They kind of fucked around earlier in the week. I'll lay it with Rutgers.
I laid it at 17.5 on the picks page 2 hours ago.
This guy.
I mean, I don't love this.
Fucking guy.
Taking up fake numbers over
this
there.
Guy over here.
What's going on over there?
I'm just saying this line is climbing, and I don't know why.
We're doing the show at 1:30, not at 10 o'clock at night.
I get antsy, and I'm wanting to look at the line.
Hey, let me tell you, at 10 o'clock at night, this line was 14. So that's what I took it at.
I mean, I'm getting my bets in now. I'm not waiting.
You lock up Rutgers, Colby.
I like it.
Why?
Because Monmouth's horrible. Let's do it.
They are bad, but I don't know if Rutgers is able to blow them out.
Rutgers was terrible the other night. Wake up call. Pikel's going to have them ready to go through a wall. They're going to win by 30.
They only beat St. Peter's by 10.
Double lock. Double lock. I was on St. Peter's. I'm actually undefeated. I'm a Rutgers specialist. Call me fucking Danny DeVito. All right.
Chiano.
All right, Rutgers specialist. Is Ace Bailey playing tomorrow?
Well, they'll cover regardless.
The line may indicate that he is.
Who knows what the line indicates at 1 a.m?
I like Charles. Shout out to Charles Walker. My guy Charles Walker, longtime listener. Dundee, I'm out looking for scattered ass. There we go. There we go. Where'd that go? I tried to click on that. Shout out to the great Charles Walker. Yeah, double lock Rutgers, me, Mac. Wilmington is heading to Spartanburg, South Carolina. What's the line on this, Mac?
The current line on this is 9. This is a fucking trap line.
Wait, Wilmington's laying 9.
And Wilmington's laying 9 on the road.
Let's lock up South Carolina upstate. They looked all right. They against Wake and against NC State. Let's lock up upstate. Let's lock up upstate.
First year head coach Marty Richards.
Double lock on upstate. You don't just walk into the Spartanburg. Remember Tyler? Shout out to Tyler from Spartanburg, who caught out Dabo Swinney. Dude, sprinkle the money line.
Yeah, I also think this is probably too many points here. I'll jump on the wagon with you and triple lock this.
Live
Yes.
+9.
All right, you got to say that though with a little more excitement.
I don't know.
You
I
say
feel
it
like my
like-
arms being twisted.
You say it like your fucking face is on fire, or like you know, like, oh, I guess I'm gonna triple lock this thing. You're forcing me to do this.
That's how I
Triple lock. South Carolina upstate. I guess that was a bad comparison because if your face on fire, I think you'd actually be screaming. So no, that was like if you had a bunch of NyQuil or something. But you are probably on painkillers. Are you on painkillers, buddy?
No, not right now.
All right. Let's go back to the shitty show.
IDK doesn't realize that we took them +9. They can lose. They can lose by 8. Why we call it the spread.
Yeah. There's this thing called gambling.
Welcome to the show.
What are we doing next? I think we're super sharp on this one. Charleston. This is a good game. This is what I'm talking about. Florida Atlantic heading into Charleston. I think if this was on a neutral, I would lean FAU. But Charleston's got I would teeter towards FAU. This is a hypothetical.
Cocked to him.
But it's in Charleston, South Carolina. When that home edge, I think is the difference. That shit gets lit. I'm gonna lay the 2 with Charleston. Mac?
I like FAU. They're a fringe lock. I think they're going to win the game outright. I think they have the better roster. I like what I've seen out of Jacobs. They almost went to the bounce house and won the other night, and I've just been extremely impressed with FAU.
Yeah,
I'm going to add. I'm kind of impressed that this little MTE 3-year thing that Field of 68 has. I mean, the programs are carrying the weight for this thing. Both of these teams lost their head coach from last year, which they were the ones that built up this deal that they're year 1, they're in Boca Raton, year 2, they're in Charleston, year 3, they're in Lynchburg. All 3 of those programs, once again, good this season. 3 great games that we're going to see this weekend. I'm going to lay it with Charleston. I think I like what I've seen from Charleston under Chris Mack so far this season. And he's their boy up at
the home edge is everything, dude. The home edge, right?
Yeah, I think they get the win and they cover here.
Like that crowd, that's a good crowd they have there.
I will say FAU isn't going to be intimidated of it after playing at the bounce house.
Fair.
So it was such their first true road game. I like that.
Loyola Chicago is heading to Princeton. Princeton's laying 3. Fuck the Ivy. Give me Loyola Chicago +3.
No angle at all on this one. He's got no slant, no rooting interest against a certain conference here.
Well, they've been playing like shit. Every time I take an Ivy League team, I feel like it's I took Brown. I took, they've all sucked.
Has Princeton played a home game?
Yeah, they've played one the opening night against Iona, which were not staples. Iona's kind of athletic this season. Northeastern staples, they went on the road. They win by 3. So they're playing staples here with Loyola Chicago. We're going to lay the points with the Tigers.
Nah.
I'll take the points. I'll take Loyola. I'm not buying. I'm not buying into this Ivy shit either.
Nichols. Oh God, it's back. And now he's swinging a sword.
That's a better
now he's swinging a sword.
Hitler got it done tonight. Outright.
What's his line? Who's got the line on Nichols Cincinnati?
-23 lock.
They've been destroying everybody, and the fact it's a 24-hour turnaround. I think this Nichols team is actually talented.
Yeah.
I think you're right though, just because of 24 hours of rest. Let's lock up the Bearcats. But I like, to me, if they were playing this, on a 3-day rest, I think I might take the 23. But I'm with you. Give me Cincinnati minus the points. Double lock. Bieniek, you coming?
No, I'm not going to lock this one. I'm going to lay it with Cincinnati, but Colby always says this. We're talking about college kids being tired. They're going to want to play another game. If anything, they're looking forward to this one rather than the Northern Kentucky game. So I'm gonna lay the points, but I'm not betting it here.
It's the second half that their legs give out.
I just feel like it's
not
not
the
like
first half, or
what?
bet the. Sorry.
No, I'm saying like it's they're far away from home, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I thought that would play for the game, the first game.
Yeah, but I think both are just sitting there.
Venue. They stayed in a hotel last night. It's not far from their hotel.
Nichols they stayed at a motel, dude. There's a difference. All right.
No,
now they're crossing the bridge. They're crossing the bridge tomorrow, going from Northern Kentucky, Covington over to Cincinnati.
No. Yeah. I think this is
from North Korea to South Korea, right? Or South Korea to North Korea, I think would have been. But Bearcats at home have been fire. And they're going to probably try Skyline chili in the morning because they've never tried it. Get pumped full of that shit. You'll be running around the court with Skyline chili. I don't hate Skyline chili. It's just it gets a lot of hype. Is all I'm saying. All right. Army is heading to Marist, Poughkeepsie. Marist is laying 5. I will lay the 5 with Marist. Mac, I know these are your boys. What are you doing here?
I will take Army. No lock though. Hey, big win over Mount St. Mary, not Mount St. Mary's the other day. Give me the points. 1 possession game.
Bieniek.
I think Marist's defense keeps Army out of this one. I think the Red Foxes cover here.
All right. Temple is heading to Chestnut Hill. Temple's laying 1.5.
This one flipped. It flipped 0. BC's laying points now.
What are they doing now, Temple? These fucking bastards. Their lines always move crazy.
I feel like Temple's better than Boston College, though. Give me Temple. How many people will be at this game?
Not many.
Yeah. What are you doing here, Mac?
They've had BC's had a week off. They got drilled by VCU. Temple, on the other hand, they're 3-0. What do you think? Should we bet BC?
No.
All right.
I just watched them against VCU. Was not impressed.
I will say their bus did get lost on the way to the arena. They were late to the arena. BC's a fringe lock here.
How do people get lost these days? I don't understand.
Temple in the preseason, I liked Temple. Lynn Greer's suspended for I don't know how long. So it's like a stay away from Temple for me until he does come back. When he does, Greer, Mashburn, Piccarelli are a really nice 3 in that backcourt. But I actually, on the picks page, I have +1.5 with BC. So I'll still lay the points with the Eagles. I don't think a 1.5 changes my mind here.
There's a lot of corruption in this game. BC was the one that was point shaving way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And now we got Temple. Oh God. Who knows what's up there in Boston.
Oh man, here comes Lindenwood again. Dude, how is this not a lock? Like I'm having a hard time with understanding this one. Someone make this make sense to me.
I think I have to lock Robert Morris.
I think I have to too. Like what did I just see today from Lindenwood that makes him a 4.5 point dog?
I don't like Robert Morris this season. I do not like Romo, but I think this has to be a bet. Lindenwood looks so bad.
I'll take Lindenwood.
That's such a Mac pick.
Let's lock Robert Morris. No.
Oh, you guys are diving into it.
I'm locking this up. This line's way too short.
Robert Morris -4.5. Lindenwood bullshit out of here. They're having a good season in the FCS though, for football. Moving along, Eastern Shore is catching 13 at Old Dominion. This is the one for ODU, Mac, right?
You would think so, but they're bad.
Can you lay 12 with ODU?
Yeah.
Or 13?
I may actually take the points with Maryland. God, they're so bad, though. They are so bad.
I'm going to lay it with
ODU.
Old Dominion, but I have no interest in this.
I'll lay it. I'm not going to overtake it. ODU's got it. Mike Jones, frustration game. Take it out on Eastern Shore.
West Georgia's catching 18.5 in Tampa against South Florida. Lock. So why is this line so much? West Georgia looks good.
I'm a little confused by this line too. I maybe this is a reputation off South Florida of last year.
Yeah, I'm locking West Georgia plus the points. They're not bad, man. You coming?
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go. Bieniek? Triple
I'm
lock?
going to lay the points. I think West Georgia's bad. I mean, West Georgia's last game, they lost by 3 to Tennessee Tech. But you look at two teams that they took a step up in competition. They lost by 23 to Georgia Tech, who lost to North Florida.
They covered against
They
Georgia
lost
Tech.
by 35 to Mississippi State. They did not cover that game.
They did not, but we were on Mississippi State because Chris Jans fucks these teams up.
Yeah, but isn't Mississippi State and Georgia Tech way better than South Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, but South Florida at home specifically, I think they're playing with something more. I just think they're doing like something pregame every single day or every single game. Like they named the student section after AAR last game. Who knows what they're going to do before this one? I don't think they're not going to win this thing by 20.
I feel pretty good about West Georgia. Alabama is heading to West Lafayette to take on Purdue. Check out this Purdue logo. He's definitely going bank shot. It's fucking that's Brian Cardinal. Or no, he's got too much hair for Brian Cardinal. That's who, Mason Gillis. who's that with his fucking hard hat on? There's no way he's not going off glass. Bama is laying 2.5 in West Lafayette. This game's awesome. Give me Purdue to win this thing. Culture play. Mac?
Let's lock it. Boiler up. Boiler up's going to get it done. Get this Alabama shit out of here on the road in Mackey. Alabama's not good on the road. They're going to Mackey? Purdue's winning this game outright.
Yeah, I can't tell you how they're going to do this, but Mackey's going to give them a boost when it's needed. I think Purdue covers the 2.5. They have a shot to win this thing. Alabama, they've scheduled tremendously well so far this season, but they found themselves in fights against both McNeese and Arkansas State. I think Purdue is a better team than both of them. And this home environment, it's the first road game for Alabama this season. So, yeah, give me the Boilermakers.
It's another fade the preseason.
Lock? Noah?
Come on, Noah. Come
Purdue,
on.
I can't back the Boilers right now.
Oh, what?
I can't.
Mac, I'm not locking it either.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. You know what? Cheers to me and Matt
Purdue.
Painter.
Yeah, I'm just picking.
Yeah.
Money line Mac.
I hope you end up on the right side of it.
Money line Mac is locking up the Boilermakers.
Network or whatever it's on.
I love how Colby let me die under the bus first. And then he's like, yeah, I'm not going to lock it either.
Thinking about this. The Black Bears are heading into Hamden, Connecticut. Take on the Aqueduct. Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac's laying 6. Fuck you, Quinnipiac. Give me Maine plus 6.
Fade
Maine.
Colby whenever he picks a Quinnipiac game. We're going to lay the points
I'll take
with
Maine.
the Bobcats
Maine
and the Aqueduct.
right. Let's go.
UAB. This is the game me and NC Nick are considering going to.
It's a fire game.
I know Clark, I think, is
High
rolling into
Point's
this.
best home game of the year, by the way.
I mean, I really want to go, but it's like, why couldn't this be played, any other day, really?
I know.
UAB is catching 4 at High Point. I'm locking up High Point -4. Let's go. Just in case I end up here, because it's like 50-50 right now. Clark, I do not have tickets yet, but I did see, I looked online today, and I think they're like $65 for a seat. So, are those sold out now? Oh, it's sold out now. Okay, I guess I'm not going. Well, I'm sure there's always a way. There's always a way, but
third party.
Yeah. Mac, what are you doing here?
Battle. UAB wins outright. Biggest home game ever for High Point. Targets on their back. Andy Kennedy going to come in there and get it done outright with this talented team. Let's go.
Spinal.
Yeah, I'm on Mac's side with this. And this is strictly we're diving into the spreadsheets here as a nerd. But Ken Pom has flipped on UAB by 6 points. 6 points negatively in the wrong direction after they lost on their home floor against Vermont. But UAB is taking care of business. Other than that, they haven't looked great, but they've gotten results. You're asking not only just 4 points, but UAB, a really good program, to go in there and compete. I think they do that. They might even win the game. Cocktail Napkins got the Blazers -2.
You locking it?
This is going to be a hornet's nest. I am not locking this, but
6
UAB.
points of value on that napkin. What the heck do you got to get? It's double digits.
We got a battle in High Point. Dundee riding with High Point. Mac riding with UAB. All right. Fordham is heading to Manhattan.
Look at that Jaspers logo.
Lay at 7.5 against these Jaspers.
Wait a minute. What?
Give me the Jaspers.
This line's crazy.
Dude, Manhattan's got to be a fringe lock here. This is crazy.
By the way, Frank says he sees 3.5 with UAB, so I'll lay the 3.5 with High Point there. But
Manhattan, lock it up. I think they're live in this game.
Oh, I'm not going to lock it, but I'll take Manhattan. Noah, what are you doing here?
I'm also taking Manhattan here. I think this is a lot of points for Fordham on the road.
Yeah. And it's a little brother angle. Let's go.
One of Mac locking up the Jaspers. Tulane is heading to Greenville, South Carolina to take on Furman.
This was one of the smellier lines to me of the day.
Furman laying 3.5.
This is the South Dakota State line from yesterday.
It is. I can see.
This was a great game last year. This was a double overtime.
I remember watching it last year.
Yeah.
This game was wild.
It was fucking crazy.
I'm gonna lay the 3.5 with Furman. I feel like I should lock it, but it stinks a little bit. Mac, what are you doing here?
Furman's a fringe lock for me. I think they're better this year. I think people are still in love with Ron Hunter. I don't think they're good at all. I mean, they beat Alcorn and Louisiana Monroe.
Hey, and I tried to bring you in on that Alcorn action.
I know. Furman's a fringe lock. Check the picks page.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I like the experience that Furman brings back. They bring back 3 guys that played 21 minutes a game last season. The rotation's got 4 seniors in it, and Tulane's bringing in a couple of transfers that are expected to, or that are playing big minutes for them this season. It's the 4th game of the season for these guys. I'm going to lay the points with Furman, but this stinks to high heaven. So
SMU is heading into Henkel Fieldhouse. Take on Butler. Butler's laying 1.5. I'm locking SMU.
I did not see that.
Great.
I'm buying into their blood money. Probably got a secret war going on in Desert Storm again.
Does
It's
blood
fun in
money
this-
work
fun in this-
in the Hinkle Fieldhouse?
Butler sucks, dude. And another thing is it's a Chuck Harris revenge game. All right. I'm done with Butler. I cashed on them last time, and we got fortunate to cash that thing. SMU is going to beat this team. Lock. Mac, what are you doing here?
I think I agree with you. Unfortunately, I think I'm out on Butler.
Wow.
I'll lock SMU with you. We got that win. Fade the Big East.
Let's go.
The fade the Big East has worked so far this season, but I am willing to take Butler here. SMU first road game of the season at Hinkle. I think it's a tough road trip, so I'm going to lay the points with the Bulldogs here.
Lock.
Oh,
This guy locks like 2 games. Belmont.
It's like
This is unbelievable.
this
to
is
me.
crazy.
Air Force is
one
winning
of the
this
other
game.
ones.
I guarantee it. Guarantee.
Dude, I was
Of all
building
the
this
teams
slide.
that have gone into Colorado Springs this season, Belmont's the best of them all.
I was building this slide and had to check 3 different books because I thought they fucked up. I was like, what? And then I'm like, how?
North Alabama, Jacksonville State, Long Island. All 3 of them have gone into Colorado Springs. All of them within 10 points. North Alabama and Long Island win outright. Belmont is better than all 3 of those teams that Air Force has played so far this season. This should be a lock. It's just, this is another one that just stinks to high hell.
I mean, I feel like we have to take Air Force because why in the fuck would this make any sense?
They're off the miracle comeback win against Lipscomb. I'm on Air Force. I think Air Force wins outright. This is a fucked up road trip to have right after that Lipscomb game, to go all the way out to Air Force, and you had just played Furman in a back and forth buzzer beater. Air Force for me.
You lock? I can't lock it. I cannot lock Air Force. I'll take them
laying
because
the
it makes
points
no
with the
sense.
Bruins.
Yeah,
The
I'm laying it too. I just watched Long Island dominate Air Force.
Yeah.
I'm laying the 2.5. I just am not going to lock it because it just doesn't make any sense.
You play my music. Air Force outright. Let's
Oh my God. Aim high, miss small.
Let's
Put
go.
on Mac, locking up the Falcons.
It's a bounce back. Redemption from Veterans Day.
Moving forward, Vermont is taking on Iona. Bieniek, Iona is loaded. They're ready for a big time win. Bieniek, what are you doing here? Let's start off with you.
Is this Iona's first home game of the year?
No, they lost.
No, they lost the
to
opener.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Vermont. I'm gonna lay the points with the Catamounts. Going to Iona doesn't seem like such a tough road test when you already have a road win at UAB. So I'm going to lay the points with the Cats.
Damani should go to this game. What are you doing? And anyone going to games, remember to tag us at TCE on SGPN. Oh man. Give me Vermont minus 4.5. This kind of stinks. I kind of want to take Iona, but I just feel like Vermont's there's so many veteran players on Vermont. I'm gonna lay the 4.5. No lock. Mac.
My locks are flowing. I'm locking up Iona. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to bounce back off that Delaware loss. They had been playing well the first 2 games. I'm not a believer in this Vermont team early in the year. Iona outright.
One line Mac locking up the Gales.
Tobin.
Moving forward, New Hampshire. Oh, I fucked up this line. What's this line right now? New Hampshire Brown.
Brown is. Oh,
Was this 8.5 earlier?
Brown's laying 8.5.
I don't know. That's just off the top of my head.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, 8.
That's a big number. I will lay it with Brown, but no lock. Mac.
I'll lay it with Brown. No lock either. It's a lot of points with Brown.
I'm going to take the points. Yeah, Brown hasn't looked tremendous so far this season. And neither is New Hampshire, but I just think that's a lot of points for the Bears right now.
Elon, and by the way, this one's fucked up too. Elon Gardner. This is where you can tell people were asking me questions because I'm like, huh? Let me do this. This game's fun. I like this game. I should probably go to this game if I can't get into High Point.
I think this is Colby's favorite logo too. He's used it a couple of times now.
Of course,
he says he likes to switch them up. But
let me get this straight.
Looks like his favorite.
Well, why would you get rid of this? Because they were offended. They put the dog pissing. Have fucking fun in life. Come on now.
Also, the spiked collars don't really exist anymore either.
Yeah, it's true. Gardner Webb's winning this game. I'm laying. Oh no, that's not 4.5. What's the real line?
What is the real number? Looking this up right now. I don't know if they have
Colt on cocktail napkins got Gardner Webb -5.
They don't have it out. This one's not.
Okay. So picks page.
Why wasn't this one posted?
Something fishy going on there.
Georgia Southern's laying 5.5 in Durham. Maybe I'll go to this game. If I can't get into High Point, let's go to all these damn games. Lavelle Moten does it right here. He does it right. This is the one. Central plus 5.5. Sprinkle that money line.
Let's lock.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Triple lock here.
Yes.
We're getting
yes.
We're getting this.
There he is.
Phoenix.
The Georgia Southern team, I'm a little bit higher on than most, but it's a team that's going to take some time to gel and get going here this season. So, yeah, take the points. NC Central might win this thing outright.
Triple lock on NC Central. All right, Ohio. Okay, lock.
This is outrageous.
Ohio's catching 12.5 in Memphis, Tennessee against Penny and the Tigers. Guys, I'm locking Ohio plus 12.5. Are you guys coming?
Is this the number?
Yes.
This I thought was 15.
It's 12.5. It opened at 15.
Okay. Yeah. Because I got it at 15.
There you go. Yeah.
Ohio.
Now we got a problem.
Ohio dropped the dud in the last game. There's no sugarcoating it. That was a terrible loss against Illinois State, in my opinion. And Memphis went on the road, beat UNLV handily, beat Missouri at home. This is still not the ideal position for a program to be in currently. Plenty of talent, but Ohio's got plenty of continuity. It's a really good defensive team. I think that's a lot of points for the Bobcats. Lock it up.
It's way too many points, and
sprinkle a little bit on this money line too.
Oh man, I forgot.
And
about
they're off the Vegas game. They're off.
I know, but I thought they had UConn on deck. They have San Francisco on deck, which is still a little tricky.
That's a hard game.
Yeah. Triple lock.
At the beginning of the year in the preseason, Mac and I were going through Memphis's schedule. I thought they would get through Missouri. I thought they'd get through UNLV. Mac predicted them to lose this game against Ohio. I predicted Memphis to lose at San Francisco before Maui. They're dropping one of the next two games. Book it.
I think they win this game, but Ohio covers the big number here.
Go.
Shout out to Charles. He's a Memphis guy. You know, he's repping his team. Lock battle, he says. He's laying the 12.5. Appreciate you, Charles. Triple lock on Ohio plus 12.5. Oh, Todd says the North Carolina Central Georgia Southern game is being played in South Carolina. How did I miss that? Where's that at? Charleston? Where the hell is that game being played at?
It is.
Is that Rock Hill?
Oh, it's in Rock Hill, so it's a double header with.
That
Winter.
Sucks. You bastards.
Yeah, they always these fucking
neutrals in. Anyway, I'm still
still
liking
like
it. Oh, we get the backyard brawl on the hardwood. This is probably one of the reasons why I shouldn't go to a game, because I could sit back and watch this fun rivalry. Pitt's laying 6.5. Bieniek, should we lock Pitt?
Go ahead.
Cocktail napkin might be skewed because of all the Pitt hate in the preseason, because it's got this one at a pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being funny. I think West Virginia plus the points is the play, but
yeah,
I don't know. Pitt's what I ate shit on Radford. Gardner Webb covered for us against Pitt, so there's that. I'm 1-1 betting Pitt games.
I was on Gardner Webb with you on that one. I think this is a little too many points. Plus, you're getting it just over that hook of 2 possessions, so I think it's a good play if Mac wanted to go and be a homer on this one, but I am going to stay away with my lighter blue in gold.
Well, without being brainwashed by my friend,
I don't know who I'm going to pick.
I will take the 6.5 with West Virginia. Let's go.
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me.
Good old Morgantown, WV. Mac, why is WV gonna win this thing?
This is so we won 6 in a row before last year. We gave them one to keep the rivalry. You got to keep it even. You got to keep everybody honest. You got to give them a game every now and then. So
plus, that was bad luck in the building.
You were bad luck in the building. DeVries is trying to get the fan base to buy into the new era. Obviously, coming off the Hugs era. What better way to get everybody to buy in than beating Pitt? And Pitt's got a big home football game on Saturday at noon as well. So got some distractions. Jeff Capel, a little bulletin board as well, calling the Mountaineers soft. We'll see you tomorrow, pal. Let's put on the old ball cap, lock it up, keep those points, and eat shit fucking Pitt. Let's go Ears, baby.
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown, WV.
If WV covers, you might want to be back here tomorrow for the live show for maybe a flash sale discount on the SGPN store.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's right.
No, we don't need cover. Money line.
Oh yeah.
Plus 250.
All right. Eastern Illinois heading to Evanston, home of the Flying Squirrel. Northwestern's laying 23.5. Lay it. I thought about it because I was like, yeah, a lot of these little ones, I feel like if it's in Chicago, give me the points. But Eastern Illinois is not in Chicago. They're in what, Charleston? That's a little too far. They don't have the animosity. They don't have the reasons. So I'm going to lay it. Mac?
I'll take the points. Give me EIEIO. No.
Yeah, I'm also taking the points here. They burned my ass against Indiana, but I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to take the points with the Panthers.
That might have been the game that put you in the hospital.
They might have.
EIEIO. They blew that 30-point cover when they were winning at halftime.
Yeah, it might have been.
Well, I don't get a day break, man. Cold.
Marquette is heading to College Park, Maryland. Terps are laying 1.5. It's a fucking great game.
I know. Yeah, you can't go to get it, man.
Yeah.
This place is gonna be lit.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think
are they going to show?
I actually think they will be. They will be. I think. I'm gonna take a guess.
A lot of hope for the brand new season for Maryland.
I actually think they actually connect with the Big East teams more than they do the Big Ten. So, yeah. I'm gonna lay the 1.5 with Maryland. Mac,
I'm gonna lock Maryland. I'm not a believer in Marquette post Kolick, and I just think Maryland's chip on their shoulder coming into the year. Kevin Williard. I think they win this going away by like 7 or 8.
I'll lock it too.
Let's go.
I am old enough to remember when Maryland's home court atmosphere was a zoo and they still got ran off their own floor. So I need to see it to believe it. So I'm taking the points. I think Marquette wins this thing outright.
Wait. You said you're old enough to remember.
Old enough to remember a year ago when
okay.
UCLA ran in there and ran them off their home floor.
Okay.
2 years ago, I think it was Illinois that ran them off their own floor after they pumped up that game and got everybody to be there. Even in their most rowdiest home atmospheres, they've been no-shows. So specifically the team, not really.
Well, they're Big Ten teams. Who gives it like? I mean, I grew.
UCLA was Pac-12.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's all on the other side of the country.
I wish
they were a ranked team at the time.
Duke would play there again.
Dude, that Maryland, they were scumbags to their own fan base because they did that shit overnight.
Mm-hmm.
They did that shit. That was just like Jerry Richardson selling the Panthers. You know what I mean? When all that the Me Too shit was coming, he knew he was fucked because he had been touching every girl's ass that worked there. And then he saw that they were coming for him. He just sold the team over a weekend. It's like normally you get that shit appraised. You're like, hey, you put feelers out for like a year. Jerry Richardson just picked up the phone. Sell the team. What are you talking about? You drunk, Jerry? Sell the fucking team. Maryland did the same thing. Yeah, double lock Terps. My mother's alma mater. Let's go. American is heading into Chapel Hill.
What a game.
North Carolina's laying 24.5 points. Give me the 24 and AU. No luck. Mac?
Who's Carolina got on deck, just out of curiosity?
They're going out to the island, taking a hard ticket.
I'll take the points.
Yeah, I'm also taking the points. Just North Carolina tends to play with their food in these non-conference bye games. You saw it opening night against Elon. They've done it in years past, the last 2 years, specifically under Hubert Davis. They just haven't really pulled away in these games. So I'll take the points.
St. Joe's is heading to the Palestra to take on Penn. St. Joe's laying 8. Fuck out of here with this. After a Villanova win, lock. Give me Penn plus 8. Mac, you coming?
Yeah, absolutely. How many more dogs are going to have to cover in this Big 5 series? It's every time.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Penn Quakers here at home. Yeah, St. Joe's off the Villanova upset. I just think it's a tough spot for them to go into the Palestra and cover this thing by eight or more. So Quakers, they cover. They might even be live, but no bet for me.
Double lock, me and Mac on Penn plus 8. Georgia, this game's fucking great. Georgia's laying 1.5 in Atlanta against Damon Snow White against David Stoudamire and the Ramblin' Wreck. I know you guys are bullish on Georgia, but what did I say about Stoudamire? He
I don't
gets
know
up.
if Mac is.
I think he is. And
is Mac?
I like him better. I've been impressed.
This is just the type of game Stoudamire wins. Give me Yellow Jackets plus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm bullish on him, but I think we should lock Georgia Tech. This is what Stoudamire does. He wins these big games.
Yeah. And they lose to the shitty teams. Yeah.
Let's go.
This thing crossed through 0. Open Georgia Tech as a favorite. Georgia's now the -1.5 favorite. I had Georgia plus the points a couple hours ago. I'm going to stick with that pick with the dogs. I'll lay the 1.5 here.
Let's lock it.
Let's go.
Yellow Jackets, buzz, sting. Let's fucking get it done.
We're worried about Tennessee on Saturday in football too. Yeah, they're not worried.
Yeah. Washington State's heading to Moline, Illinois. Someone tell me where the fuck Moline, Illinois is. I've spent a lot of time in Illinois too, but I have no idea where Moline is.
This isn't even a double header. Like, this is a standalone game.
Why? Someone explain this to me.
Is it a women's basketball doubleheader with it or something?
I just don't get it.
That's stupid as shit.
I mean, you play this in Iowa City, it's awesome. You play this in Pullman, it's awesome. Let's take it and make it boring. That's what they agreed to do, essentially. Now, having said all that, give me Washington State plus the 4.5. Kind of fascinated by this game if it was just in Pullman or Iowa City. What are you doing here, Mac? And Rob Donaldson, what are you doing on this one?
I like Wazoo. I think
they're better than them this year.
This is potential lock, man. I like fading these teams that are playing these semi-home games, but it's not really a home game. It's a neutral site and it's distractions around it. I like Wazoo to come in here and get it done outright. I'm not high on Iowa this year either.
You know, Rob he's been wanting Fran out for the last 2.5 years or so.
Yeah.
From Iowa. But I said this in the last Washington State game that we picked too. I actually think that Wazoo is going to pick up right where they left off last year. I have the Cougars. I'm going to take the points in this one.
Should we bet this one? Shout out to Lysol Shields giving us $5. Appreciate you. Yeah,
I think so because I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win in Illinois or Iowa, whatever state we're in.
Why are they playing this here, Rob? Somebody make this make sense to me.
Somebody said this is where the women's Missouri Valley Conference tournament is played.
So that what? So why would?
I don't know why.
I still don't understand the connection.
Why would we cater to them?
Also, somebody said that this is where a PGA Tour golf course is at. So it's kind of the same thing as the Greenbrier.
Huh. Lock. Let's go.
Wazoo.
Double lock. Could it be a triple? Bieniek?
No, I'm not going to come on this one. This screams weird sight lines to me.
Samford, North Alabama. I couldn't find a line on this earlier.
This game.
This one smelled. This was UNA was -3. But I this was a fringe lock for me. This one I was willing to.
Samford's favorite
jump on the smell. Oh, really?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Samford is favored by 1.5.
Does that stink to you a little bit? I feel like North Alabama should be favored.
I honestly was expecting Samford to be favored just because they're the better program. They went to the NCAA tournament last year. I thought the name would carry some weight there. So,
I'll look up North Alabama.
I like UNA in this spot.
I do too. Triple lock.
It's a home game, man. That place is going to be lit. They packed it in the other night, and
So,
I think Pujols doing a great job, and Samford's still living off that NCAA tournament win.
So is Samford laying a 1.5? Or are they getting a 1.5?
It depends what book you go to.
Yeah, the chat's
basically
different
pick.
things.
Yeah, it's basically a pick.
Yeah, what I will say is this has come down. Samford's seeing some action here, but I like UNA in the spot. I think they have more continuity coming back from last season, and it's going to take a little bit of time for old Buckyball to get going again this year, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Triple lock on North Alabama. Wait, triple lock, Bieniek?
Yeah, this is plus 1.5. We're taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Triple lock on the Lions of North Alabama. All right, moving forward, the Ohio State is heading to College Station, Texas. A&M's laying 6.5.
We couldn't get to this game fast enough.
What's that line now? Did it move?
6.5.
Oh.
I don't know. This one opened. I bet it earlier today at 4.5. I like it up to. Honestly, 6.5 is kind of where I was like fringish, But Cocktail Napkins got this thing at 9. I'm once again going to ride this thing. I'm going to lock it up. A&M at home in a big-time environment against Ohio State, hitting the road with some new pieces. I don't know if the freshman Mobley is going to be drilling some shots on the road like he has and come out of nowhere to save the Bucks in games 1 and 2. So I don't know about save, but pad some leads. I'm going to take A&M. I think that this is the game that they come out and actually show up and make a little bit of a statement here.
I'm on A&M too. I just feel, Mac, you could talk me into a lock here, but 6.5 is a decent number there.
I'm gonna battle Noah. Give me the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
I like the Buckeyes, man. I like their experience. I like Parrish. I like Michi Johnson.
Sensabaugh's the best player on the team, I think.
I don't like laying points with Buzz either.
Yeah. AJ in the chat says A&M football's on bye. That's actually not true. They're playing their SEC foe, New Mexico State.
Basically,
but it's a SEC game because they joined the conference. People didn't get that memo. The UMass and New Mexico State also joined the SEC.
Buckeyes. I think they're live. I think they may win.
I'm going to side with A&M, no lock, but you guys got a little battle music to play with here. Boom, we got a battle. Phoenix saying Giggle. Moneyline Max saying the Ohio State. Let's go. Moving forward. UMass Lowell is heading to Spokane, Washington, where Gonzaga is laying 25.5. Who the Zags got on deck?
San Diego State, and they lost to them outright last year. Take the points. UMass Lowell.
I'm still laying it. Lowell doesn't know where the fuck they're at.
I laid it too. This is a far trip.
Yeah.
We said that about Yale last year, and Yale was able to sneak a cover. I don't think you should bet this, but Yale was able to backdoor that thing last year.
Duquesne heading to Chicago to take on DePaul. Can someone double check and make sure this game's actually in Chicago?
I believe it is.
Yes. Winchester Arena, home to the Blue Demons.
That's weird. It's a late tip. DePaul's laying 5.5 against the Bet Detective, CJ Sullivan's Duquesne Dukes. I'm gonna lay it. DePaul's making me look. My worst play of the year was all of a sudden I think DePaul might be the best team in the nation. So I'm gonna lay the 5.5. I can't be talking to a lock here, Mac.
Man, I mean, now we're getting Duquesne laying 5.5 against an A-10 team. I'm on Duquesne, man. I think Duquesne might win this game. This is like everybody's pumping DePaul all of a sudden, and they still are a Big East team, and the Big East teams have been struggling. Give me Duquesne, fringe lock. I
said it on one of the other shows. DePaul's not the last place power rated team in the Big East anymore. It's Seton Hall. But the Cocktail Napkin has this right on the number at 5.5. So I'm going to lay it with the Blue Demons. I still don't love Duquesne this year. And like I've said it last couple of times we've talked about Duquesne. Drew Joyce is going to need some time to just get used to being the head coach on the sidelines and drawing up some plays, doing whatever. I like Holtman, and I thought he did a great job of just acquiring talent. Like I said at the Big East preview, it's a lottery ticket. There's a lot of shooters on this team, and so far it's going well.
Zay in the chat, you missed the joke, buddy. New Mexico State. I know they're not in the SEC. They're in the Conference USA. But the point is, I did a deep dive on this. The SEC has played, and I also said UMass joined with them. UMass and New Mexico State. UMass and New Mexico State has played more. Like if you pull up like Alabama, I forget. I'd have to pull up the tweet, but it was like Alabama has played New Mexico State or
the The entire chat's like warning him. Zay is being sarcastic.
They've played more games against New Mexico State than they have Georgia over the past 15 years, who's in their same conference. But UMass as well. So they're in the conference. People just didn't get the memo. Next year they're joining.
I like that. He goes, sorry, I'm blitzed. And then Capper goes, dude, literally everyone in here is blitzed.
We should talk about this one here. Arizona going into Madison, Wisconsin.
Outstanding game. Tough pick.
Well, can we talk about the weekend that Madison's about to folks, watch out. Jack Del Rio may be driving fast as shit through your fucking neighborhood. All right.
Baby.
Little dust up with the stop sign and the fence. But Arizona's laying 4.5. You know that Arizona is also hosting, Wisconsin's also hosting the number 1 team in football.
Yeah.
Like 12 hours later, 16 hours later, whatever it is. This is a great weekend. Madison's already a great drinking town. When you add in these two teams coming over a 24-hour radius, good Lord. Having said all that, staples are staples. Give me Arizona minus 4.5. Lock it up.
Oof.
Where's David Matola at? Let's go.
I don't know how you can pick Purdue and then not pick Wisconsin. Can I ask you on that?
I didn't bet Purdue.
Rational.
I picked Purdue.
But you picked. I don't know how you can pick Purdue and then not pick Wisconsin.
Matt Painter over Greg Gard.
Yeah, by far. Matt Painter over Greg Gard.
Cole Center still gets lit too, though.
It does get lit, but there's a lot of, when game day's there's a lot of fucking distractions, and then basketball is happening too. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Arizona really fucked them up last year with their athletes. So
they did. Arizona's a young team. Caleb Love, the leader, going into a hornet's nest. I can't tell you same pitch as Purdue. I can't tell you how Wisconsin's going to cover and or win this game, but I'm going to take the points. This one also has a little bit of smell to me. Cocktail Napkin only has Arizona as a 2-point favorite, so I'm actually going to take the Batters.
You fucking, what's on that napkin?
Big Ten. He's repping his Big Ten with 300 fucking teams. Here we go. Double lock with Arizona, the Wildcats.
Give me Arizona and Oregon next day. You're gonna fuck this up. Both of them.
John in the chat likes the under in this game. Shout out to John.
Hey, Colby, that's actually fascinating that this game is like the late game too, right into college game day.
It's perfect.
Oh my God, those people are going to be fucking blitzed.
Dude, we need a jet because we would go there. We would go there for just 2 nights, then bounce over to another college. We need to just do the like Michael Barker does for College Football Campus Tour. Cal State Fullerton, please stop showing up on the screen. I'm not falling for it. Wayne Tinkle is going to take a tinkle all over your fucking Titan ass. Oregon State's laying 11.5. Lay it.
Lock it. Ooh. Oregon State so far this season, 23-point win against Utah Tech, 28-point win against Weber State. They shit all over Western Oregon. Cal State Fullerton so far this season, lost by 30 to Colorado. 27 to Stanford, 10 to Grand Canyon, and Grand Canyon hasn't looked too great. I'm pulling a Patty C. Tuck job on you guys. Lock up the Beavers. They're rolling in the non-conference right now.
They got Oregon on deck. I'm on Fullerton.
I'm laying it, but I'm not betting this game.
6 days from now. What are you talking about?
Still Oregon. I mean, Oregon.
They're not looking ahead 6 days.
Oh, bullshit. It's the only game they care about.
Hell no.
Lock?
Yeah, I'm all over this. I bet this at 10.5 earlier today.
Noah Bieniek locking up the Beavs minus the points.
My Beavs.
Give me a troll lock here. Let's go battle. Give me Fullerton. Give me Fullerton. You cannot be this confident in the Beavers fucking laying 11.5.
Why not? Tinkle's pissed all over the competition so far this season.
We got a battle. Corvallis. Mac with Fullerton. Bieniek with the Beavs. Back to your arguing.
I got nothing more.
They're not going to continue to cover. They're Oregon State.
Nah, they cover this easy.
Okay. What's Fullerton's money line? Just out of curiosity.
Get out of here. What are you
Plus
doing?
470, baby. Let's go.
Mac just likes to play heel against any take or prediction that Noah feels a little bit good about.
You just referred to yourself in third person.
Is that the chat or yourself that just said that?
No, I'm just saying, I'm just saying it into the ether that's what everybody needs to know. He has Michigan State in his Elite Eight, for crying out loud. That ain't happening. I don't know if you watched them just play the other. Hell no. They can't function offensively.
Lehigh is heading to Westwood, where the Mountain Hawks are catching 22.5. Lay it. Mac?
Give me Lehigh. No bet.
Yeah, this seems like still a little bit too many points for UCLA. I don't know. I'm just not sold on the Bruins yet. Save the best for last.
We got a lock, boys.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you
You're
this.
locking this?
You're goddamn right I am. The Sharks. They were
Matt,
swimming
can you
through
pull
the
the
Rocky
updated
Mountains.
number on this, by the way?
They were swimming through the Rocky Mountains and they came down on the fucking Colorado River. Right through. I've been to that shitty town in Nevada. Matola, what's the name of that? Laughlin. They come right through Laughlin and they find their way over to Riverside to take on Cal Baptist coming off a crushing defeat. And the fucking Sharks with Rod Strickland. This team is more athletic than they've been in years since they were the fucking Blackbirds. Remember they used to be the Blackbirds? And anyway, the Sharks swim on in to the California desert and beat the shit out of this Cal Baptist team. And what I mean by beating the shit out of the Cal Baptist Lancers, I don't even know what the fuck a Lancer is, but I'll tell you this. The Sharks are covered 16.5. And sprinkle the money line, but they're definitely covering this. Baptist wins by 6, 4, 7, or the Sharks maybe get it done on the money line. My sister Teresa, she's going to be at the game. Let's go. Eggplant palm for everybody. Come on. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll battle you. Cal Baptist is going to fuck them up.
Dude, I actually think this line's insane. I really do.
I like Cal Baptist. They're off the loss, too.
I think Long Island's good.
That's a heartbreaking loss. 1-pointer. UC Riverside. They haven't really pulled away from any of the teams they played so far this season. Incarnate Word, they only beat them by 5 at home. They only beat Kennesaw State by 4 at home. Neither one of those teams I'm too high on this season. I think the Sharks have a pretty good chance to cover. Is this thing actually 16.5 now?
I'm seeing 17 right now.
It was 13.5 about 3 hours ago.
I think Long Island is athletically able to fuck with them.
Are they athletically able to bounce back after an outright win at Air Force?
Yes. Confidence.
They're going to run out of legs. They're going to lose by 20.
I'm going to take the points. I'm not betting this.
We got a battle in Riverside. The Sharks and Pick Dundee against Mac and his damn Lancers. Fucking go up against my Shark. I hope Pitt wins by 50 tomorrow night, you fucking
You know that fucking shit ain't happening. Fucking here's your parlay for this weekend. West Virginia money line and Clemson by 1,000 on Saturday.
Ooh.
Who's Clemson playing?
Pitt. If Holstein. Yeah. The Sharks are
never
covering
won
this
Pitt
Till Saturday.
Oh.
It is like warm though. It was like 58 degrees. I was like, what the hell is that? It's supposed to be cold.
Fading Wisconsin and Pitt with the quick turns.
Top plays of the night. Let's go with the likes of I mean, I am going to put Long Island on there. I think that line's insane. I think that line's insane. I will also put the Ohio Bobcats on there. I will also. What is my third favorite play? It's just a hard exercise to do. Let's go with the likes of TCU. Mac.
Top 3 plays. In the building, and you're putting that as a top 3 lock of yours.
I love it. Well, number 1 is the Mountaineers money line. That's going to be number 1 on the sheet. Backyard brawl, baby. Keep the points. Number 2. Call it crazy, man. I really like Purdue. I really like Boiler up, man. I think they rise to the occasion, get a big win when everybody's down them tomorrow night. Number 3. Looking across the board. Give me Florida State over Florida. I like Florida State a lot tomorrow. Leonard Hamilton. I think they're better than people are giving them credit for.
Bieniek.
Forgive me. I wrote down all these numbers 3 hours ago. I'm just going to stick with the same teams. I don't care about the numbers now, I guess. Oregon State was my favorite lock, followed by Texas A&M and Robert Morris.
There we go, folks. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Check out by the way, check out the college baseball experience. What Noah does. Moneyline Mac does the Ride and Rush show in the Big 12 college experience. Check out those. And yeah, I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Check out the college football experience, the FCS college football experience, the everything else sports gambling podcast. Can't wait for all these games tomorrow.
Pre-game show 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
We got a bunch of shows happening tomorrow too. So yes, DFS will be. I mean, working. Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow. I think more than likely. Trying to lock in a time on the DFS show for football. But I think it will happen. Yeah. So next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
The world as we know it, it is a vast illusion. More than a passive poet, I am the last solution, the master of magic.
Shout out to Mike. Thank you very much, dude.
Of rappers, I've yet to shoot them. I catch and electrocute them. His Highness of Flyness and Fly is what you're into. Some rappers dropping science, and some be popping pistols. Some rappers preach the gospel. If preaching's what you're into, then I am an apostle, and these are my epistles. Listen, the stylist, the server, the real rap preserver, champion, black barbarian, and Berber. Injury from my symphony, the melody is murder. Public enemy of chemistry, the energy converter. Feed me through intravenous, my veins full of Valvoline. Straight shots of gasoline, chase them with kerosene. I'll boil beef breaks and eat cakes made with nicotine. Cry tears of Listerine and Mr. Clean. TLE, the human power converter. And if the rhyme is a crime, y'all should charge me for murder. Last step, approach the stand and cross-examine the as I march through the hood with my imperial posse. So rappers show me love, a couple suckers despise me. If assassins happen to hit me, don't even revive me. After I'm long gone, this is how you describe me. Listen, here lies the first last. This character's first class. Symbol of perfection, complexion, color of burnt brass. With a superb task to emergent and surpass the average. A shadowy figure from Earth's past. With 4 braids that hang down on my shoulders when I fight. They come to life and strike like 4 black cobras. Put an end to this, I'm venomous and your rap's over. Many men have surrendered, the imp is a pro-black soldier. I told you, I'm the combination of prophecy and mere chance. I'm the combination of old bottles and beer cans. A black cowboy and a Tuskegee airman. AM or FM, you can check me on Clearband. Yo, loud and clear, your transmission confirmed. Understand my position, you should listen and learn. 3 initials, it's official, yes, the Sith is returned. From the cradle to the grave, incubator to the respirator. From the birth of Anakin to the death of Vader, the decibel desecrator, unethical estimator, purveyor of weapons now rotating on your record player, sprayer of rapid fire, spit like Vesuvius, lyrically hardcore and a Star Wars enthusiast. Hepcat, save the imps, raps all the grooviest. Peace to Cypress Hill, house of pain and folk dubious. An author, a poet, a mathematician, research scientist, and